Hello, very good morning, dear students. I am D.D. Gupta, Associate Professor at Government College, Banswara. As we decided to discuss Kantapura with chapter wise, we will analyze the summary as well as the other aspects of the novel according to chapters. There are 19 chapters in total in this novel, and we will discuss one by one. Dear students, you know very well thus that this novel Kantapura is the replica of Indian freedom movement, national freedom movement. It is the depiction of Gandhi's movement, non-cooperation movement, SALT, breaking the law of the SALT. All these have been here depicted and portrayed well by Rajarao. Rajarao himself was also a good follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He believed in the principles of Mahatma Gandhi, and therefore he wrote this novel, which is the first novel written by him in 1938 when he was in France. In our previous lecture, we discussed about the brief story of this novel, and I hope that you have got the idea, brief idea of this novel, what is actually there in this novel. Now we begin the analysis of chapter 1. Before we go with the story of the chapter 1 and try to analyze, let us see who are the characters in this novel, because characters are very much important. In our brief summary, I told you some of them, and one of them which is important, or we can say the central pivotal figure of the novel, that is Murthy. Murthy can be said as the village Gandhi. He was the true follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He led the Mahatma Gandhi's movement in his village. And where he lived? He lived in Kantapura. The another character that we have in this novel is Ratna. Ratna is supposed to be a progressive lady who loved Murthy. Murthy also loved her, but they never showed it. And Ratna always helped Murthy in his movement. When Murthy was arrested and sent to jail, it was Ratna who took over the charge of the whole movement, and how she gathered and united all the women of the village. That is very important. The another character is Patel. We also discussed in our previous lecture about Patel, Range Gowda, and he was like a government servant. He was also a favorite of Murthy. He supported Murthy. And the another one is Bade Khan, who is the policeman, British policeman, and he was appointed in the village in order to look, in order to keep a watch on the we can say the movements, or on the hustling and bustling of the movement in the village, or the progress of the movement in the village. Another one is Bhatt, and he is the first Brahmin, and but was not favoring or not in support to Murti, but he reported everything of the village or the activity of Murti to the Brahmin who used to live in the city and who held a powerful position over the people, who believed in untouchability, who guided or who misguided the people not to touch the Pariya people or the lower caste people. There is a Skeffington Coffee House. Skeffington Coffee House, whose owner was the white owner, that is, the Englishman was the owner of that. Another one is Advocate Shankar. He was the true follower of Mahatma Gandhi. And there was Narsamma, lady character, woman character, who was an idle mother but ignorant woman. There was Swami, the Brahmin about whom I was talking, who lived in the city. He remains in the background like Mahatma Gandhi. He doesn't come on the stage, but he guides through but. Then there is Waterfall, and Waterfall his her nickname of Venkama. Venkama, another lady whose nickname was Waterfall, and she was given this nickname because she always tears like waterfall. And there was another woman, Rangama. She was very educated, who is well acquainted with the day-to-day development. She also supported Murti. So these were the important and chief characters of this novel. There are many people in this novel whose name are not there. The village people, all the village people who followed the path of Mahatma Gandhi, who supported Murti. So, dear students, you must keep in your mind that Murti is the central figure of this novel. And it is Murti who leads the people of Kantapura on the principle of Mahatma Gandhi. It is Murti who executes the movement of salt breaking, non-cooperation movement run by Mahatma Gandhi. So let's go with the chapter 1. What is there in the chapter 1? And then we will also try to analyze some of the important things of this chapter or the deeper meaning of the characters' statement as well as their actions. So, Kantapura, as you know, is a small village in the district of Kara in Mysore in South India. So, this village is situated in Mysore district, in Mysore, in Kara district, that is in South India, and it is situated on the slopes of Western Ghats, which are facing the Arabian Sea. So, on the southwestern of India, this district Kara is there, and Kantapura is one of the small village of Kara district. Cardamom, coffee, rice. These are the main crops which are grown in this village. And you know very well that these are commercial crops. Roads are there, and these roads leads to Kantapura. They are very narrow and dusty, not good well. And upon or on these roads, the villagers or the farmers of this village take their crops to the city in order to sell. So they take their crops in the carts, in the bullock carts, because at the time we know that the conveyance were not available. The buses, the trucks, and the other things, the modes of the conveyance were not so popular. So people used to use their carts, bullock carts, in order to transport their raw material or their crops to the city in order to sell. So these carts were used to take all the produce. So the coming and going of these carts, that has been described very beautifully by Raja Rao in this chapter. And if we go in detail, you will enjoy every minute detail has been described, has been depicted vividly, that every scene appears before us, before eyes. The whole scene comes in our mind of the village, how the people live, how they act, what they do, how they do everything. There are about 100 houses in this village, and they are divided into a number of mohallas, streets we can say. There are the Brahman quarter, in which postmaster Surya Narayana and Patwari Nanjudia live. So in Brahman quarter, we have postmaster, we have Patwariji, and there is Kananya house. Kananya house where Waterfall lives, whose name we have seen, Vengamma, whose nickname is Waterfall. And she has no child, therefore even then she lives in such a big house. So Kenya house in the Brahman quarter is a big house where the single lady, that is Vengamma or the Waterfall, lives, who has no children. There are also temple house people and fig tree house people in the Brahman quarter. So the temple house is also there, fig tree house is also there, and there also the people live in those houses. So these are the famous name of the houses of the Brahman quarter of Kantapura. Venkama is a jealous of them because they are frequently invited to Kenya house. अब वेंकमा उन सब से क्या है, जेलियस रखती है, सबसे जो है कि ईर्ष्या रखती है, क्योंकि ऑल दीज पीपुल आर frequently invited to Kenya house and she is not invited. Other people in Brahman quarter जो हैं वो हैं, डोर है, the university graduate who is graduate from the university, he also lives in the Brahman quarter. There is also corner house. The name of the house is corner house, where Murthy lives. Murthy, who lives with his mother. So who lives in the corner house, and what is the name of Murthy's house? Is the corner house, and he lives there with his mother. But he is loved by everyone in the village. He is a popular figure in the village. He is the beloved of the village. So this was the Brahman quarter we see. Murthy is such a desirable young man that even coffee planter comes to offer him his daughter. So now we have some description about Murthy. Murthy is a young, handsome man who lives with his mother in the corner house, and he is bachelor, not married yet. But we see that even the coffee planter, so the owner of the coffee house, he also comes with a proposal of his daughter for Murthy. That is, he wants to marry his daughter with Murthy. But horoscope did not tally, and they all were glad. Here we get an instance of Raja Rao's use of verbal irony. So you see what words have been used here. In fact, Murthy also did not like to marry with that daughter of coffee planter, and coffee planter also did not want from inside. So here, in order to avoid such marriage, Raja Rao, the writer, the author, uses a technique how to avoid this this unbearable situation, unavoidable situation, and therefore he says that the marriage could not take place because the horoscope did not match. So both of them were happy. It's okay. That is, it was a, we can say, जिसको कहें अपन, ये एक तरह का ये बहाना था कि हॉरोस्कोप्स नहीं मिल रही है, इसलिए ये शादी नहीं हो सकती. So this is the verbal irony used by the author. So there are also Brahman, except Brahman quarters, there are Pariyas quarters. There is a potter's quarter also, weaver's quarter also, and Shudra's quarter also. Other quarters, Pariyar quarters, where the lower caste people or the laborers live. In the potter quarter, the potters who makes pots with the soil, they used to live. And in weavers quarters, we have those people, the labor people who used to weave the cloths, and there is also Shudra's quarter. So in Pariha quarter, Beadle Timiya's house is important. So Beadle is here important in Pariha's quarter. And in Potter's quarter, which is the smallest one, there are only 5 houses in the Potter quarters. अर्थात जो पॉटर घड़े बनाने वाले, मटके बनाने वालों का जो क्वार्टर था, जो मिट्टी से मटके बनाते हैं, उसमें केवल 5 घर थे. Formerly people say the Potter's street was very flourishing, but now with these modern Mangalore tiles, their business has ruined. So in the past, earlier, the Potter's quarter was very rich. Their business was flourishing very well because they used to make the pots and they could sell their pots in the village as well as outside the village. But now, since the modern techniques have come, since the Mangalore tiles have come, therefore their business was ruined. अर्थात उनका बिजनेस ख़त्म हो गया क्योंकि नई टेक्निक से बनने लगे, मैंगलोर के जो टाइल्स हैं उनके बने हुए मटके आने लग गए, तो इसलिए पीपल आर नॉट यूजिंग देयर पोट्स. सो नाउ देयर बिजनेस इज वेरी पुअर. बट चंद्रया स्टिल मेक्स फेस्टिवल पोट्स. लेकिन चंद्रया नाम का एक जो व्यक्ति वहाँ पे है, वो अभी भी फेस्टिवल के जो पोट्स हैं ही मेक्स. Rest of the potters are rather simple and they make their lives by plowing their land. So what they do? Since they have lost their business, their traditional job, therefore now they have started plowing their land. So they earn their lives by plowing the fields. Walking across the temple house, as we have seen, there is temple house. From the potter's house, the first house was, we see, is of Patel Rengi Gowda. Patel Reng Gowda's house is between temple house and the potter house. He is one of the richest and beloved elder, often helps Sudras. And this Patel, this Reng Gowda, always ready to help these Shudras. So he is a kind man, and he also helps Murthy, that we will see in further lectures. There is also the little Kantapureshwari temple. It's just on the corner between the narrators. And who is the narrator of this novel story? the old woman Achaka. Old woman Achaka is the narrator of this story. So there is also the narrator's house and Subha Chetty's shop, and between them, just on the corner, there is Kantapureshwari temple. So very famous, important, historical temple of the Kantapureshwari in the village. So like other village of India, in every village we have the temples, either at the corner of the village or in the mid of the village we have the temples. कांतापुरा also has its superstitions, because गाँव में superstitions बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. मंदिर जो बना रखे हैं, किसी ने माता जी का बना रखा है, किसी ने शिव जी का बना रखा है, किसी ने और किसी देवताओं का बना रखा है, and they all have the superstitions. So Kantapura, the people of the Kantapura also believes in superstitions, and they believe about the Kantapureshwari. What about that goddess? They say that a number of god and goddesses. Goddesses Kenchama. Goddesses Kenchama is the presiding deity of the village. So in that temple, there is the goddess of Kenchama, and she is the goddess of the village. All the village worship her. All the village believes in her. And they believe that this goddess Kanchama always protect the villagers from the famine and from the diseases. अकाल और बीमारियों से बोले ये जो माता है उनकी देवी है, कंचमा देवी है, ये उनको बचाती है. Therefore they worship, they believe in that. They also say that she saves them from cholera as well as from smallpox. So we all know that in our past, in villages, such things were believed, and we may call them superstitions, and we believe that these god and goddesses save us from all kind of diseases as well as from casualties like famine, drought, etc. No doubt some people die, इसके बाद भी मरते थे, लेकिन the people used to explain those deaths by saying that either they were sinners or they have got the disease from the city. या तो वो पापी थे इसलिए मर गए, या उन्होंने शहर से कोई बीमारी लिया है इसलिए वो मर गए. तो ये यहाँ ऐसा कहना जो राव के द्वारा, इट्स ए काइंड ऑफ आयरनी. तो कहने का मतलब गांव वाले कांतापुरा के लोग कंचमा देवी में इतना विश्वास करते थे कि अगर कोई बाई चांस कोई एक्सपायर हो भी जाता था तो वो उसको ये नहीं मानते थे कि ये कंचमा माता की वजह से हो गया या ऐसा हो गया, बल्कि वो ये सोचते थे कि ये इसलिए हो गया कि या तो ये कोई पापी होगा या फिर ये कोई बीमारी शहर से ले आया इसलिए इसकी डेथ हो गई. तो ये राव की एक आयरनी है, कटाक्ष उन लोगों के ऊपर कि हाउ दे बिलीव्ड इन द गॉडेस ऑफ कंचमा and how they were so strict in their beliefs. They had full faith in her and frequently pray to her. And there is also pray, how they pray. These are the lines. Kanchama, Kanchama, goddess benign and bounteous, mother of earth, blood of life, harvest, queen rain, crowned. Kanch. There are more lines of this prayer. You can see in the text. I have just quoted here few lines of this song or the prayer. So the people have full faith in the legend that and what is the story about this goddess? Here we are also having and described by Raja Rao. And what is that story? That long ago the goddess fought with and killed a demon who wanted the young man for food and young women for his wives. तो कि पहले कोई ऐसा दैत्य, कोई राक्षस आया था जो कि यंग मैन को भी मारना चाहता था अपने खाने के लिए, और यंग जो वीमन थी उनको अपनी वाइव्स बनाना चाहता था. लेकिन गॉडेस जो सेंट त्रिपुर प्रेड टू गॉड, वहाँ पे उस समय कोई संत त्रिपुर थे, उन्होंने प्रार्थना करी भगवान से, and Kenchama came down, and then this goddess Kenchama came down and she killed the monster, the demon. So this is the story behind Kenchama, and this is the reason that the people of this village used to worship Kenchama and have so big faith in her. Okay, and there are some important questions from this chapter. You may go with them. You can test yourself. Where was Kantapura situated? You can answer. Where could be the cards be heading? कहाँ जा रही थी cards? I have written some of the answers in the bracket. For trade and commerce at Mangalore seashore, why is the Kenchama hill red? ये red क्यों है? That is because of the blood that is spread when Kenchama, the goddess, killed the demon. Who was Venkama jealous of and why? She was jealous of Kanya house because it was of a big size and the people were all invited there except her. Why was Ratna frowned down by the village? अब रत्ना की स्टोरी ये है कि द पीपल डिड नॉट लाइक हर, दैट इज दे हैड अ फ्रॉन फॉर हर, मतलब उस पर एक तरह से उसको इग्नोर करते थे. वाई? बिकॉज शी मैरिड अर्ली एज बिकम विडो, क्योंकि वो जो है कि अर्ली एज में उसकी शादी हो गई थी, विडो हो गई थी, एंड देन शी रिफ्यूज टू फॉलो द कन्वेंशंस ऑफ द विडोहुड. लेकिन उसके बाद में उसने विडोहुड की जो कन्वेंशंस थी वो फॉलो करने से मना कर दिया, जबकि पीपल ऑफ द विलेज वांटेड दैट शी शुड लिव और फॉलो ऑल द कन्वेंशंस ऑफ द विडोहुड, बट शी रिफ्यूज टू फॉलो दैम. Was Sinu was also another character in this chapter we were introduced, and this is the narrator's sons, Achaka. Achaka is the narrator in this story, and so Sinu is the son of Achaka, another young man of the village. Why did the storyteller know only Bidal Timya's hut in Pariya street? Because the grandmother of the village, who is the storyteller, was Brahmin, and since she was of the high caste, therefore she was not expected to go to Pariya's quarter, that is the quarters of the untouchables. So this was the brief story of this chapter, chapter 1 of Kantapura. And in this chapter, dear students, we were introduced about the village, about the village people, about the story of the village, about the important people, their houses, everything. So I hope you will enjoy it and you will understand and will be ready to follow the further story of this novel. So thank you very much. Next time we will meet with the chapter 2 of this novel. Till then, bye bye. Thank you very much.